I just got back home from hanging out with a group of my friends, and it was so much fun. Now that finals are over and fall semester has come to an end, I finally have some time to finish all of the books that I stopped reading or gave up midway through. The next book that I finished was The House in the Cerulean Sea. If there's one book that I should have read sooner, it should have been this one, because I cannot begin to tell you how warm and cozy it felt, so meaningful and so relatable on so many levels. If you don't know what The House in the Cerulean Sea is about, it is about a man named Linus Baker, and he is a social worker. He is tasked to visit orphanages that house magical children and see if the house that they're living in is safe for them to be in. And he gets tasked with a very important job to go to a house on this island called Marsyas. And there he encounters the most wonderful and beautiful people who are unfortunately ostracized and they're judged heavily. But despite that, they are so tender-hearted and they're great people. And along the way, he forges a really meaningful bond with the caretaker, Arthur Parnassus. It's just a wonderful story about belonging and found families and identity, as well as the age-old question of what's more important, duty or honor. I loved it so much. I cannot begin to tell you how life-changing this book was and how much I needed to read this book. It was definitely up my alley because my goal for 2026 is to read more stories that explore topics of morality and what does it mean to live a meaningful life, essentially. I ugly cried so many instances throughout this novel. It was 5 out of 5, 10, 20 million stars out of however many stars. It deserves all the stars. It's such a beautiful story. I have to share with you my favorite quote in this whole novel. It is from one of the children at this orphanage. I'm sure you've probably heard of it before, but if not, now you will. Rereading this quote just makes me feel all those same emotions I was experiencing reading this novel. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read the next one. It just came out, I think last year. Somewhere Beyond the Sea is what it's called. This is the poem that Sal writes for his assignment. I am but paper, brittle and thin. I am held up to the sun, and it shines right through me. I get written on, and I can never be used again. These scratches are a history. They're a story. They tell things for others to read, but they only see the words, and not what the words are written upon. I am but paper, and though there are many like me, none are exactly the same. I am parched parchment. I have lines. I have holes. Get me wet, and I melt. Light me on fire, and I burn. Take me in hardened hands, and I crumple. I tear. I am but paper, brittle and thin. I have goosebumps. I feel like crying. And knowing why Sal writes this poem adds so much more emotional weight to his story and to the overarching message about humanity, especially what people go through. I have no words. It's so hard for me to articulate my thoughts because I felt so many things reading this story. I found solace in this. I felt seen reading this story. I have no other adjective to describe it except beautiful, and to just highly encourage that everybody reads this story. All of these children, all the caretakers, Linus especially, they all deserve so much love and the best things that this life has to offer. As I said, The House in the Cerulean Sea gets all the stars. It's a wonderful story. I loved it so much. I also wanted to update you guys on my crochet projects. I finished one of them, which I have right here, and I'm so proud of this. I love it so much. I'm gifting it to one of my coworkers. I'm in the middle of doing another crochet project for one of them, another one of my coworkers, and it's this one. It's the pretty pink color I was telling you guys about. I'm definitely not going to be able to get it done before we go on winter break, but I believe we're gonna have like a little get together before the year ends. So we've all decided that we're just gonna gift each other our presents the next time we hang out. I also got a bunch of clothing from the thrift. I went thrifting the other day. Unfortunately, some of them are in the wash right now, but I will show you what I've gotten so far. I'm so happy because not only did I get a whole bunch of clothes, but I got a whole bunch of books that were on my TBR. I did not expect them to be on those shelves, but they were, and one of them happened to be one of my favorite books of all time, and I had been on the hunt to get this book. I just didn't think the opportunity would present itself so soon. Let me get everything first. I'll insert clips of the other clothes that I got later once they come out of the dryer, but this first one, firstly, I was also on a mission to expand the color palette in my wardrobe because a lot of them are muted colors like blacks and grays and whites. So 2026 will be for brighter colors and just nicer silhouettes. I definitely want to play around with them more, but that's always been a goal of mine. It's just now I'm trying really hard to like reach that goal. So this one is this cute. Oh my gosh, you can't even see it. It's a pink color, so pretty. It has like this really nice detailing. I think I kind of want to hem it and cinch the waist a little bit more so that the silhouette looks a bit cleaner. Pink is one of my favorite colors, so I'm very happy with that. And this next one is probably one of my favorite buys. It's this sweater. This color is so beautiful. Blue is also one of my favorite colors, and it's got this really nice double zipper, so I can really play around with the lines of my outfits when I do put this on. And it's also nice to kind of just throw on as well, and it really ties the outfit together. Next are the books that I got. Guys, I'm so happy because look at how many books I got. I'm so happy. And these surprisingly were all on my TBR. I had no intention of coming out of the thrift with these many books, but I did. And these are ones that I like really want to read. So first things first, my favorite book in the entire universe, it's Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. All of these, for the most part, are in great condition, so there's not going to be much that I have to do to restore it. And this deserves a reread, so I will be doing that in the very near future. Next is The Glass Castle, and look at the condition of this book. Like it's essentially just brand new. Like there's no dog-eared pages, there's no rips, no bends, no tears, there's nothing. And I always hear great things about this memoir, so I'm also once again very excited. Next is Little Women. Guys, I hope you are as amazed at the condition of these books as much as I am, because usually whenever I go to the thrift, a lot of them are just like in very bad shape. Oh wait, there's some highlighted portions, but it's not as bad as some of the books that I came across when I went the other day. I'm excited to read this one too, especially because I feel like I will resonate with the main character here. Now that I've gotten older, my perspective has changed about what success means to me. It's very much rooted in forging my own path, and I'm very excited to see how this whole story progresses. Next, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I always hear that this book gives a whole bunch of cozy vibes, and I'm ready to immerse myself in a cozy vibe. So this is perfect. I don't know when I'm going to read this. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a mood reader. Like I don't have to read a summer book in the summer. Like I can read it in the winter. It doesn't really matter to me. All I really care about is that the books leave me feeling all ooey gooey and happy, and this is one of them. I think my last book is yeah, this is my last book, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I loved Carrie Soto is Back. Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure it's Carrie Soto is Back. But that was one of my, I think that was my favorite book that she's ever written. I love it a lot more than The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This follows the children of Mick Riva, and he was one of Evelyn Hugo's husbands, if I'm not mistaken. These are all of the books that I got at the thrift, and they are in essentially mint condition, except for Malibu Rising. There's some water damage here at the top, but honestly, you can't even really tell. Everything else is pretty good. And with that, I will end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and keep a lookout for more videos in the very near future.